Hello and thank you for joining me on my colouring quest. So today is completed pages video for the month of October 2024. Oh my gosh, I coloured a lot this month. I coloured 14 pages, but half of them were in the Spooklet sketchbook because I have now happily completed it. And I do have a video available for the flip through of the whole book, so if you've already seen that, this video will repeat the pages that you have already seen, so I hope that's okay with you. But not everybody will watch that video and not everybody will watch this video, so I guess you get it either way. Right, so I am going to just get started. Right, so first up, I am just going to start with the Spooklet sketchbook by Carla Magana. I have done 7 pages in here. Yes, 7 in 1 month. What was I thinking? Well, this is what I was thinking. I got like 3 or 4 done and then I was like, oh, there's only 3 left. And then I sort of just blazed through them. Like I would come home from work, colour one, next day do the same, and then it was done in like 3 days after that. So I was like, okay, that's done. But yes, it is now complete. So this isn't in the order that I coloured them, but the first one, I'll just go from the front to back. This is Sparkly, and I had no idea what to do with the background. So normally when I can't decide, I just sort of plop a colour and pop some Mod Podge Extreme glitter on, with this book at least, because it's just like fun. I'm not going to fuss around with something when I don't know what I want to do. But yeah, I wanted her in a yellow dress, so I thought the green would look nice in the background with that. So yep, so this has, like I just said, the Mod Podge Extreme glitter, Posca pen as always. This was with the Brute Funa square pencils. Yeah, I wasn't really a fan of them on this paper. And then I had, as always in this book, an alcohol marker base. So that is one. Next one I will show you is this one. So this has 2 different types of stickles on it. On the skull it is the mermaid tail, and on the eyelids for her makeup, that is the black diamond. So on this page, black Posca in the background, and I did that background because this page here yellowed parts of this page. I didn't really want to add a background to this one, but I finished colouring it and it was just staring me in the eye like blobs of yellow, so it had to go. And I thought, easiest way to do with this page, black Posca pen. And considering that I coloured her a bit sort of spooky Gothic like vibing, I thought black would be fine anyway. So this one was Castle Art pencils, not the gold ones, just the normal ones. And this was actually a base layer of Faber-Castell Gold Faber sketch markers, which is a version of their alcohol markers. I don't think I have any here to be able to show you, but I bought was it 2 packs of those to try. And yeah, I have mentioned them in a previous video, but I finally got around to sort of giving them a go, and I was happy with them. None of it's turned yellow is all I'm saying. So I'm just happy with that. Yeah, and because they're skinnier, like if you wanted to put them in your pencil case and take them anywhere, they'd be quite easy to do that. So that's that one. Next we have my Vampire Girl. like just knew that she had to be a vampire when I saw her and was saving her for the Halloween season. I don't know, I think it was like the moody face and I don't know, something about how the hair was flowing that gave me, she's a vampire. Okay, that makes sense. So this is with an alcohol marker base, just my normal ones that I'm trying to use up. Shuttle art markers and the Spectrum Noir. Yeah, Spectrum Noir classics. Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of them. Because I said to myself, I want to buy the Winsor & Newton Pro markers, but I'm not buying them until I have at least used up a lot of what I already have, as it's just a waste. But I am considering throwing away any of the colours that are yellowing, because yeah, I'd already yellowed a few on this book, so I wasn't quite as bothered about it happening again. But I don't want to be doing that in another book. I do have a couple of books where pages have done that though, and it's really sad. So yeah, alcohol marker base, Brute Funa square pencils. Again, didn't really like them on this paper, but it worked for this one better than the other one, I think. There is glossy accents on the blood, so that is shiny. If I can, there we go, shiny. And then my, as usual, Posca pen. Yes, I gave her the golden eyes. I was definitely thinking Twilight type of vampire here. So yeah. And next we have this Girly, which I like this one. It's so simple, but like this was one of those ones that literally took like an hour and I was done. Nothing complicated about this one at all. And I have used those Faber-Castell Gold Faber sketch markers, which again, nice colours. Let me just show you the back. See, nice, simple. Because I only use them for basing as well with alcohol markers, I think I'm fine with those. Black Widow pencils on this one, and Posca pen, as usual. You can kind of see I went over most of the lines with the Posca pen. So yes, that is that one. What's the next one? The blue tab. Oh, I love this one. I love the way this turned out, like pastel Batgirl. And again, I still never looked it up. It either reminds me of Bratz or Monster High dolls. I can't remember which one it is. Maybe a bit of both. But yeah. So Posca pen, obviously, and I mentioned in that flip through video, but I did not use pink and white Posca pen. I only used a white Posca pen. But when I was going over parts of the hair, some of it like absorbed some of the pink pigment that must be in one of the purple pencils that I used. So some of them turned pink and some of them stayed white. And it was like a happy accident because I love the way it turned out. And so yeah, Posca pen, Castle Arts pencils and alcohol marker. Like really simple, but I don't know, I love the colours that I chose for this one. Next, this is the page that was the last one I coloured in this book, and I love it. And again, Castle Art pencils, Posca pen and those Faber-Castell Gold Faber sketch markers. I was testing them out. I was like, let's, like, these three that I used the sketch markers on were the last three, I think, that I coloured. I can't remember now, but I think that's why I thought I'm coming to the end. I'm going to test them. And yeah, I like them. Let me have a look at the back of that. So that was a grey marker. And then I just used a black pencil to add darker shading in the hair. And so I did just say, didn't I, what I used? Yes, I did. I'm not going to repeat myself. But yeah, I love that. I added in extra hair because it's sort of, you know, because it's a sketchbook, it ends up like abruptly. That word never came out of my mouth right, but I'm not going to repeat it. And yeah, so I added in just to sort of block it off a bit. But yeah, I love it. And like just the simple bits of added with red. And then last but not least in this book was the first one I coloured this month. And again, alcohol marker base, Castle Arts gold pencils this time. All the other ones that I said Castle Arts was the normal ones, and these are the gold, and then Posca pen. And I just went very much black, skin colour, purple. Like Gothic fashionista. So yeah, I'm not going to flip through this properly, but you can sort of go and watch the flip through if you're interested. And that is Spooklet Sketchbook by Carla Morgana. And in a way, I'm really, really happy to have a completed book. But now I can't colour in this anymore. But it's a good thing because I have more Carla Morgana books. I'm not going to focus on them like I have been with this, but I'm sure there's going to be times when I miss colouring a Carla page. So they're there for me to just pull out whenever I'm ready. So next up, I'm going to show you my PDFs. I have 2 PDFs completed this month. And the first one is by Raider Prince. And it is this one. Just place her there. And so in the background, I have used Dr. P.H. Martin's Bombay India inks. So they do not go through the paper at all. They are not alcohol based in any way. They are, if anybody's used the Faber-Castell Pitt pens, they are India ink as well. So similar situation. And when wet still, because they come in a bottle with a little pipette. I don't have any handy here, I don't think. No, they're at the bottom of a pile that I do not want to touch. So yeah, I used multiple colours of them. I just tested them out, so it's not perfect on this page, but in the background you can see I've used them similar to a watercolour, but when they dry they will not reactivate. So I added them with a paintbrush, like added the colours to the palette and such, and just painted them on how I wanted. And then on top of it I used a white Posca pen to draw different types of leaves. I just went to Pinterest, looked up leaves, like literally just typed in leaves, and like loads of boards of leaves just popped up, and I was like, okay, I'll draw that shape and that shape. So yeah, I think that these ones look quite autumnal. I like that word, and I don't know why I said it so slowly. But yes, so I have a washi tape border. I don't do it often enough, but I felt like this one needed one. I don't know why. And then Castle Art gold pencils and stickles in the black diamond again for her earring. But I did it a bit bumpy, like you can see here. It is slightly raised there, but it's okay because it's a PDF. So yes, that is from Raider Prince on Etsy. Yeah, she has some amazingly cute like portraits and other things. But some of the other pages I had in a Colorin Heaven magazine, so I didn't buy them. But I did buy a few of the ones that weren't in there. What am I doing? I was trying to think of a page that she'd done, but then my train of thought just sort of went out the window. So let's just go on to the next page, shall we? And this one is a Camilla de Erico Patreon reward. So if you're a member of her Patreon, she will give you each month a colouring page, or well, a page you can colour. And on this page I have used this colour palette from the Sarah Renee Clark Colour Cube number 333. So it doesn't have many colours in it. So as you can see here, and I always allow myself to use black and white because I always find that in the illustration, the image that they show, there is always something black or white obviously used. So I always say I'm okay to use those. And so I have used the black quite a lot. It was my saviour with that palette, I will be honest. But I thought it went quite perfectly with this page. And I actually picked this page out a few months ago. Whenever the Patreon page was released, I printed it out right away and never got round to it. But with Halloween, I thought this one needs to get done. So, for a base on this, because there was only the wolf and the girl, I had to draw the background in myself. There was a little bit of shadowing that she had added, but I drew the trees and like all the groundwork and everything. So I used some sort of water-based medium to do that, to map out my whole background. Can I remember what I used for the life of me? No, I cannot. I think it was some sort of watercolour paint that I own, possibly the Gansai Tambi watercolour, but do not quote me on that because I cannot remember. I did that before this month, so I can't remember what it was. And then I used Faber-Castell Polychromos and Posca pen. So basically one Polychromos pencil for each of these colours. I don't do the free. If I want it lighter or darker, I use the black or the white, or in this case, like, I'll use the lighter red or pink, and then for darker I use the burgundy. So yeah, that is that page, and I do love that. It was on a watercolour paper, which was why I started with the water-based medium, but I didn't carry on with it because, like I said, I couldn't remember what I used, and I didn't want to use something that would sort of interact badly with what I'd already used. So I just went in with pencils, and because it was the watercolour paper, it did eat up quite a bit of my black pencil. One of my black pencils has now fully retired and entered the pot of pencils. Let me show you. I don't have many in here, but I have, it's one of those, oh, I don't have one that's full, but you know the chewing gum pots that you can buy with like the extra chewing gum in. I took the label off, cleaned it, and basically I just pop my retired pencils. You can see I use a lot of black and white, and there is one of the blue Faber-Castell Polychromos in there. But this isn't all of the blacks and whites, it's just since I started retiring them into here. Basically they retire when I can no longer sharpen them through my sharpener. So back to the books now. I have this little Halloween pocket edition of Colorin Heaven, and the illustrations are by Olyakos. I apologise if I have said that wrong. And I have coloured this page. This cute cat ghost. My mouth, seriously. And there is glitter, as you can see. I love it. It's just simplicity. Basically, alcohol markers, Castle Art gold pencils, Posca pen and Mod Podge Extreme glitter. I did get into using Castle Art pencils this month. I will warn you, as you may have already noticed. Yeah, I hadn't used the normal ones for a while. I know I used the gold ones on this. But yeah, Colorin Heaven at the minute has a... If you subscribe to the year-long subscription, I think it is, you'll get a 72 set of Castle Arts pencils with your subscription. Obviously I won't do that. I already own the pencils, and I am happy to purchase whatever Colorin Heaven magazines that I want, like singularly from the shop. I know it costs more that way, but I don't know. I see it as like the same thing. I get what I want, and yeah, I'm fine with it. I actually quite enjoy going to the shop and seeing if it's already in there or not. And I don't have to worry about a postman bending the book or anything. If it gets messed up, it's my fault, you know? And that's fine with me. These little cute bats. Yeah. And I felt like doing blue flames instead of yellow flames. And he's cute. Meow. Yeah, this is full of cuteness. There's so much cute. And I know it's Halloween, so I don't know if that will come back out again until next year, but I'm happy to have that in my collection. I love their pocket-sized ones. And I recently got the newest one. I'll show you. The newest one out is Sweet Girls. And it's basically like chibis that are like sweet things, like Cali carrot cake. So these aren't seasonal. Well, you could colour them any season. Some of them have more of a season than others. But yeah. And they all seem to have an animal with them, which is great. So yeah, that was random, but I thought I would just share that in case you hadn't seen that one yet. Right, next I have Gothic Pinup Special with illustrations by Anna Marine, and I love this book so much. And I have coloured, you would have already seen it probably if you have snooped through my channel videos at any point. It is this one. Just got to make sure you see the spark, well, the shine on the black magic, because that is a gel pen. Yeah, how do I say it? Staedtler metallic gel pen? Yep. No, Staedtler metallic gold pen, not gel pen. But it does say that I've used... Here. It says that I've used the Uniball Signo Gold Sparkle gel pen. Then where did I use the other gold pen? I am so confused. Did I use the gold pen underneath the gel pen? I don't know, because I can't see gold anywhere else. Oh no, it's the earring. Gel pen on the black magic and the other gold pen on the earring. Like, you can barely see that it's metallic, but yes. Gosh, that took a while to remember. It wasn't that long ago, right? Or was it? Anyway, Faber-Castell Polychromos, Posca pen, the gel pen and the other gold pen was all that I used. Love it. Like, you know when you spend time on a page trying to get it how you want? That's what this page was. I spent a lot of time on that. I wish I had the time to do that for every page, but some pages just need to be like splatter out and done, and others have to be like this, like precious time. And I do love this. And this isn't just Halloweeny. Like some illustrations are definitely more Halloween, but some are just dark or quirky. Like witchy images to me. You could have any seasonal witch you wanted. Like this one seems more Halloweeny. That one is definitely, to me, more dark autumn, winter, night type thing. And then, well, you've got the My Chemical Romance themed ones. I really do want to colour this, but in my mind I've got to colour it like him, so yeah. And yeah, I've seen so many in here coloured so nicely. This was almost my first page to colour, but then I changed my mind with Halloween arriving. So that was the Gothic Pinup special of Colorin Heaven, illustration by Anna Marine. Next up is the last Colorin Heaven that I have coloured in. It is this year's Halloween special, so issue number 119. There you go. Because they bring out Halloween specials pretty much every year, I think. And I coloured this one. I'm so happy with this one. It's like creepy cute. Like if you've ever watched The Ring, you know this character. It is glaring quite badly. I have to tilt it a bit so you can see it. And yes, this is acrylic paint here in the background, the black. I drew in the floorboards because it was just her hair sort of squiggling into empty space. Posca pen, a lot of Posca pen, especially for the staticky TV and the water drips. And then when I was using the Dr. P.H. Martin's Bombay India ink on that PDF, I had some left over, and I thought, how would it work on the castle art paper? Oh my gosh, Colorin Heaven paper! My brain has gone to mush. So I based her hair with like a greyish black colour, and as you can see, it hasn't gone through the page as expected, but it has gone a bit crinkly, which is fine for me, but I will not be using it on this paper again because when it's wet, you're supposed to be able to move it at least a little bit, and this just absorbed it, and yeah. Not as bad as the next one that I'm going to show you after, but I will get to that in a minute. So yeah, and I love it. Oh, and this page is from Coloring Book Cafe. So yeah, happy with that. Again, this book has a lot of different illustrations in from different artists. Some of them I can see myself colouring, others not so much, but I do like these sort of chibi character ones at the beginning, and I like these little I go to pop ones, but at the same time I can't see myself colouring one little individual one. I'd have to colour the whole page for it to be complete. I don't know if you're like that, or can you colour just one and be done? Anyway, this is the Halloween special from this year, 2024. So next up I have the Mystica colouring book. Oh my gosh. Dada Cho, Chow, Cho. I'll let you read it. Dada Cho. And I have coloured the Halloween... Oh dear. My tag. Always the way. which was going so well. This page, I have coloured her. Oh my gosh, I have not wrote down what I used. I think I remember. This is the coloured version from the artist, and then this is my simple coloured version from me. So, with that Dr. P.H. Martin's Bombay India ink, I thought, okay, let's try it on this paper. It feels a bit smooth, but I'll see how it goes, because a few of the colouring books that are Korean have this sort of similar texture paper. So I thought, why not try it on the pumpkin? I had a bit of orange left over from the PDF page. Oh my gosh, it was so patchy. Like, I literally put the paintbrush down and the ink just absorbed immediately into the paper. Like, couldn't do anything with it at all, which tells me do not use any water medium on this paper. I hadn't before because I had only coloured one page before, and that was this page, and I had only used pencils on it. And weirdly enough, on this page I used my Derwent drawing pencils, and on this page I used my Derwent drawing pencils. Like, how weird is that? I chose the same pencils, but yeah. And then obviously, as normal, Posca pen. So it was just Derwent drawing pencils and Posca pen. And yeah, I don't even want to mention that ink, but it is under the pumpkin. Luckily, I was able to colour over it. But yes, I do. I like how her bracelet turned out. It's so random. But yeah, I like it. Yeah, simple colour palette. I didn't want to go extreme in any way. Yeah, I do think these illustrations are so pretty though. I mean, that would have been good to colour as well. But I love this one. Is that on this side? Yeah. But you know, when you have sort of favourites in the book and you either colour them first or you save them for like near the end. And I have a feeling that'll be near the end for me. So that was Mystica by Dada Cho. I'm a bit all over the place today, I do apologise. And then last up I have the Cute and Creepy colouring book by Camilla de Erico. I always have to colour a picture out of here for Halloween. So this was the one I coloured and I love it. And this again is available to watch. This was this month's chosen page by everybody here. So I hope you enjoyed that. I know I did. I loved every minute of it. And I have used acrylic paint on for the black background. I have used Posca pens, and I have used Castle Arts pencils. Again, like a favourite this month, Castle Art pencils, both types. And yeah, I love it. I love how there's so much colour but so much darkness at the same time. It makes it just pop. And my favourite thing is how I've added the different colour light into her. Yeah, I like everything about it, and I do think that this is my favourite page of the month. I have a few favourites this month, but this one, yeah, I have a soft spot for Camilla de Erico's work anyway, but yeah. Fun. Love it. Colourful. Everything. Yes. No more words can come out of my mouth. So that is another one completed in here. And I was thinking of maybe having this the next book that I try and complete. I have coloured quite a few pages. I still have a ton left. I do love this one. Yeah, I have a ton of pages left, but if anybody would be interested in me sort of picking up this book and like filming the rest of my pages, it will take a while, don't get me wrong. It's not going to be done anytime soon, but if you're interested in that, like, let me know. If not, I can just keep it as something that I just do in my own time. But if you would want to see that, then I wouldn't mind, because I just love colouring these pages. I need to colour one in her new book. And then I just want to show you the whip that I'm working on from this Japanese squirrel book, which is Nako... I could say this before, and now that I'm filming I can't say it. Yoshiko's Squirrel and the Residents of Antique Street by Mona. Oh my gosh. And I was colouring the Halloween Autumn Antique Shop. Well, I'm still colouring it, obviously. I feel like I didn't need to finish this one for Halloween because it's just very autumnal. And I like how warm I'm making it. Like, I'm giving the inside of the shop is like a reddy sunset colour on the wall, and then the lights up. And I want to make it so it's sort of the evening outside. So the only light is coming from inside the shop. And obviously, when I'm thinking like that, I need to take my time to do every detail sort of thing. So it's maybe done this month, or I may need to finish it slightly in December, but I'm hoping this month, because December for me is going to be Christmas themed. So November is colouring anything that I want, like probably mostly gonna be autumnal, and maybe a few like random portraits or something. But yeah, December is going to be my Christmassy themed pages, because I can only colour them when Christmas hasn't been yet. Like, and December is the only really time that I feel like it, because I can't even do Christmas in July. It just feels wrong. It's a good idea though, but I just can't do it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing more on this page, and this will be my first page in this book, which is why I'm hoping to get it done. I don't want it as a whip. I only put my pages as a sort of whip on my whip list if the book goes back on the shelf without me completing it. If it stays on my desk, then it means I'm working on it slowly. And yes, I don't need to worry about it. But yeah, this book isn't... I think the squirrel one might be my favourite. I like that the ink is sort of that... It's not black. And I don't know, I think I like that. And I love it when pictures are in frames. Yeah. Anyway, so I hope you have all enjoyed colouring in the month of October as much as I have. And I'm looking forward to the next month of colouring. So take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.